Welcome to the Best Startup Idea Ever podcast, where fun and practical startup ideas are inspired by everyday needs. Today, you'll explore a DIY cold brew coffee filter system, making it easy and affordable for anyone to brew the perfect cold coffee at home. Next is the champagne water gun, a playful yet classy product that brings bubbly fun to your summer days with smooth foam like a party. And finally, we have the Buck Mason fashion brand, known for its minimalist, sustainable, and timeless designs. Each story offers a fresh perspective and shows how familiar ideas can turn into great business opportunities. Let's get started. Story 1. Have you ever tried making cold brew coffee at home, only to give up after a few messy attempts and go back to buying one at a cafe? Let me tell you the story of Brew, a product that seems like just a small accessory for coffee lovers, but actually teaches us deep lessons about understanding users, smart simplicity, and how to stand out in a crowded market. From two mason jars to a cold brew tool for everyone at first glance, Brew is just a filter cap, used to connect two mason jars. But behind its simple design is a clever idea: turn the complex process of making cold brew into one easy, mess-free, machine-free step that anyone can do at home. Just pour the steeped coffee into one jar, attach the brew filter, flip the other jar on top, and you've got smooth, delicious cold brew, cleanly filtered, without needing expensive equipment or a complicated wait. No high-tech. No fancy app. No barista needed. But that's exactly what makes this product so smart. It solves a real problem for modern users, who love good coffee but hate the hassle. No cafe needed. Still loved by coffee fans. What's interesting is that Brew didn't come from a big corporation or a famous coffee chain. Its founder, only 22 years old at the time, saw a market gap. Cold brew was growing in popularity, but very few people were making it at home because tools were expensive and the process was confusing. They started small, low-scale production, connecting with the craft coffee community, and using social media to share real user experiences. In a short time, Brew gained strong support on Kickstarter, then successfully secured funding on Shark Tank and expanded into the market with impressive growth. Once again, they proved a key point: when you truly understand your users, even a small product can make a big impact. A niche market, but real profits. Brew doesn't aim for the masses. Instead, it focuses on a specific group: people who love cold brew, appreciate simplicity, and want to create their own coffee experience at home. Priced around $20, with low production costs and no need for a complex product ecosystem, Brew achieved high profit margins and stayed flexible in distribution, from online sales to specialty stores. Despite growing competition, Brew held its ground by focusing on one thing: a quality experience, not flashy advertising. Startup lesson: a simple solution, if done right, can be your strongest weapon. Brew's journey is a gentle but powerful reminder for anyone thinking of starting a business. You don't have to invent groundbreaking technology. Look for a process that's frustrating users, then simplify it smartly. And sometimes, your product doesn't need to wow with looks, just wow with the experience. Brew doesn't make coffee. It creates the coffee experience. And that's why it stands out. Now, what about your idea? Could it help someone turn a messy task into an easy one? Because sometimes, a little filter cap can open up a big opportunity. Story 2. Have you ever imagined a water gun? But instead of shooting regular water, it sprays out a soft, sparkling foam, like champagne bubbles shining in the summer sun. That's Bubbly Blaster, a fun, romantic, and unique product that opens up a whole new direction for the summer toy market. But behind those floating bubbles lies a meaningful lesson about creativity, user emotion, and how to win the market with joy. From water gun to champagne bubble blaster, at first glance, Bubbly Blaster looks like a normal water gun. But here's the twist: instead of blasting strong water, it shoots superfine foam, fizzing and floating like a bottle of champagne popping at a celebration. It's surprising, exciting, and very camera-friendly. Bubbly Blaster isn't just for cooling off, it's designed to energize parties, bring fun to picnics, outdoor events, or family vacations. Even better, it's safe and fun for all ages. With a user-friendly design and no harmful chemicals, Bubbly Blaster is more than a toy, it's an emotion creator. Not just bubbles, but revenue bubbles. From the start, Bubbly Blaster caught attention on social media. Videos of people spraying bubbles under the sun, laughing and playing, went viral. And that became their winning formula. No need for loud ads, just make a product so fun that people want to share it. Bubbly Blaster became a must-have for summer. With a reasonable price, low production cost, and strong crowd appeal, they quickly reached impressive sales numbers. It wasn't just a toy, it became a symbol of summer joy. From fun to strategy. If you think this is just a fun idea, think again. The founders carefully studied modern consumer behavior, people who don't just want products, but also experiences and shareable moments. Bubbly Blaster fully embraced this. They didn't focus on high-tech features, they focused on emotion. Every bubble they sprayed wasn't just a game, it became the perfect moment for a photo, a funny video, or a joyful memory. Their magic wasn't in the plastic, it was in how they turned joy into a product. Startup lesson: sell the experience, not just the product. Bubbly Blaster proves a powerful truth in today's startup world. You don't need to invent something huge, sometimes just repainting a familiar product is enough. Don't just think about function, think about how your product makes people feel. And if you can create an experience people want to share, you've already built a strong and sustainable growth strategy. Bubbly Blaster shows that a little foam, a little creativity, and a little emotion can start a wave in the market. So what about your idea? Can you turn something that seems just for fun into something people never forget? Because in the world of startups, the one who creates joy is the one who wins hearts. Story 3. Have you ever wondered, in a fashion world that changes every week, where do timeless clothes belong? The answer lies in Buck Mason, a fashion brand that seems simple at first glance, but actually holds a surprisingly thoughtful strategy. They don't follow trends. They don't invent futuristic fabrics. But they have turned simplicity and sustainability into a way of life, and built a fashion brand that keeps getting stronger. Starting with just a t-shirt in 2013, in Venice, California, two friends, Sasha Cohn and Eric Allen, started Buck Mason. Their goal wasn't to change the fashion industry. They simply wanted to make the perfect t-shirt. No loud logos, no flashy colors, no wild patterns. Just something simple that you could wear every day, and still feel stylish, confident, and like yourself. From that one shirt, Buck Mason slowly grew: shirts, chambray tops, jeans, jackets, all designed with the same mission: classic looks and long-lasting quality. No chasing trends. No big clearance sales. And most importantly, no sacrificing identity for fast growth. Simple, but not easy you might think. It's just basic clothing. What's special? But Buck Mason stands out because they focus on what's inside: the fabric, the stitching, and the production process. They make their own fabric, keep quality control in-house, and make sure every item lasts for years. A Buck Mason t-shirt may look simple, but it won't stretch out, fade, lose its shape, or go out of style. Their fashion philosophy is called timeless style, and that applies not only to their products but also to how they build their brand. Saying no to sharks, yes to freedom. What many don't know is, Buck Mason once appeared on Shark Tank. They received 2 investment offers of $300,000 and turned them down. Why? Because they understood that brand control is not something you trade away. They didn't want to give up their long-term vision for short-term growth. And that bold choice became the foundation of their lasting success. Today, Buck Mason is worn by celebrities like Ryan Gosling and Tom Brady, has hundreds of thousands of followers, and an incredibly loyal customer base. But they still stick to the same quiet, careful path, focusing on getting every detail right. Startup lesson: sometimes, slow and steady is the fastest way. The Buck Mason story isn't for people looking to get rich quick. It's for those who understand. The world doesn't need more trendy products, it needs more reliable ones. Fashion doesn't have to constantly change if you create something that never goes out of style. And most of all, startups don't always need shortcuts. Sometimes, the long road is the only way to build real value. Buck Mason proves that even a simple shirt can become a symbol, if you're consistent, detail-focused, and brave enough to say no to the easy way out. So, what about your idea? Could it be something people don't just use for one season, but keep, trust, and talk about for years to come? Because in a world that changes every day, sometimes, the most lasting thing is the most different thing. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you find best idea ever stories inspiring or valuable lessons, please share them with your friends. Don't forget to follow the channel to continue exploring other bold startup journeys with me. See you in the next episode, where every idea, no matter where it comes from, can become the seed of a big dream.
Thank you for sharing your feelings.